Thanks for joining us for another edition of Weekend Winners. In this episode, we plan on speaking with Lachie Manzelmann and Jonah Hutcheson. Both of these young drivers have a good book on Saturday night, so their intel is going to be vital, and that's the aim of the game. We're trying to find winners for the weekend, and we've got a lot to look forward to. 9 races on Saturday night at Albion Park. Action gets underway at 5:41. Lachie and Jonah, not too far away. Lachie Manzelmann with a busy night in front of him on Saturday night. He's got a number of drives, and we start with race number 1 on Saturday night, where he's down to partner I'm a Sports Star. Lachie joins us now. Lachie, appreciate the time.
Thanks for having me.
What happened with I'm a Sports Star last time out? His recent form reads really well. Placings against Turn It Up, Maywin's Courage. Both times they've gone fast time, but it was out of character last time out.
Yeah, it was probably driver error, really. I pushed him a little bit too hard out the gate, and he just got bumpy gated. Sort of lost his momentum and never regathered after that.
He's good enough to win this race, isn't he?
Definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
Okay. Barrier 4, what do you plan on doing at the start here?
It'll be up to Stevie what he wants to do, but I'd say it'll be the same as last week. We'll be looking for a forward spot and do our best after that.
Is he better at the mile, or it doesn't really matter? He's versatile.
Hasn't really worried him in the past, so I'm pretty confident with him, so he should be right.
All right, well, hopefully he can bounce back there. I'm a Sports Star. It looks a race well within his reach. In race number 2, Rock and Roll Dude. Is it safe to say now he's found his form, because his past 4 runs have been good? He had a bit of a rough patch there, but his last 4 have been good.
Yeah, he's one of those horses, if you catch him on the right day, he's a pretty good horse, but he brings his own mindset, and you just got to go with him.
Okay, gate 1 here at a mile. It seems ideal on paper.
It does seem ideal. It's probably a bit harder than what he's faced lately, but he'll be doing his best out in front.
Okay, 28 Black, in the short space of time that he's been here in Brisbane, he's a hard-going type. Could he be a little bit of a nuisance value for you in this race on Saturday night?
On his run last week, he looks like he could be a bit of a problem for us, but hopefully he settles better than last week and he can just sort of stay out of our way a bit.
At his best, though, Rock and Roll Dude can lead all of the way?
Definitely.
Does he have to lead to win this race?
On recent form, it'd show he would, but he's definitely good enough to come from behind if he decides to.
Okay, well, that's Rock and Roll Dude in race number 2. In race 3, Arthur Lowe is your drive here. He was a winner 2 starts ago, and he was good when he won 2 starts ago. He was unplaced last time out. The draw looks sticky on paper.
Yeah, it is. His run last time out, I was probably more impressed with that than his win run. He just got held up at a crucial time last week, but he hit the line really strong. He's had the hood back on his last 2 starts, and that seems to have switched him on again.
This is a lot easier compared to last week too, isn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah. If you wanted to really blast off the arm, could he get across?
Yeah, he is actually pretty quick out. Like he showed last week, I only had a quick crack last week because I didn't think the lead was there, but I thought if I could quickly blast out, I might make some room, but it didn't work out. But we'll probably do the same again.
Okay, but he's not out of this race?
Definitely not.
Okay, well, that's Arthur Lowe in race number 3. Let's go across to race 5 here. Tactical Response. He looks very well graded in this field.
Definitely. He's it's a big drop back for him, and he'll be one of my better chances Saturday.
Yeah, his recent efforts have been very good. Gate 3, you've got a speedster on your inside and our little digger, but he's a handover horse. So Is there a possibility that you could find the front here?
I thought so. On paper, it looked that way. A lot of my drives Saturday night will be go forward, but yeah, he'll be another.
Yeah, it's not a bad spot to be, though.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, he does look well placed there. Tactical Response. That's race 5, number 4. Oyster Stride in race number 7. Early scratching here of Boom Shakalaka. That's probably not the best news you wanted to hear.
Not the best news, but I don't think it was really going to worry him anyway, because I don't think we would have had the speed to hold his back. But no, he's been consistent the last few weeks, and last week I thought he was a bit unlucky. He just copped a little bit of a check at the top of the straight. I reckon that cost him last week. So.
Okay. Well, he hasn't been far away these last 3, so a win wouldn't surprise here.
No, and he's drawn a lot better this week, but still not ideal.
Is it safe to say that the better quality horses are drawn the second row in this field? Horses like Double or Nothing, The Fortunate Son, and yourself all off the second line?
Yeah, and they're all going to be, they're sort of off the fence already, and they'll probably be inserted into the race a bit earlier, so we'll be hoping for a bit of luck.
Okay, Oyster Stride, a good chance there in race 7. And your final drive on Saturday night looks a great drive on paper, given the way he went last week. Shannon's the man because he was the man. He was super out in front.
Yeah, he was electric last week, so hope for the same performance this week, and he'll be very hard to beat as well.
Second row draw, that's an obvious concern?
It's not ideal, but I don't know if it's much of a concern because he showed he's good enough to come from behind, so hopefully we can do it again.
Just looking at this front line on Saturday night as well, they should generate a little bit of early tempo.
Well, that's what I thought, and if they do go hard early and then put the brakes on, I'm sure Charlie will be open to rolling around and having a bit of a mid-race crack. So.
Okay. What about the fact that he's up in trip, mile last week, 2,138 metres on Saturday night? Any concern there? I
think it probably would have been a concern if he had to lead and step it out in front like he did last week. But I think coming from behind, he'll get that easy trip early and then he'll have options late. So.
Okay. Well, you've got some excellent chances there on Saturday night. Which one are you most keen on at this early stage?
Tactical Response, I reckon he'll be pretty hard to beat, but Shannon's the man. He was awesome last week, so I can't knock him this week either.
Okay, we'll take the tip. Race 5, number 4, Tactical Response. Race 8, number 9, Shannon's the man. Lachie, as always, really appreciate it. We'll see you trackside.
Thank you.
Jonah Hutcheson jumps in the hot seat to go through his book of drives on Saturday night. He's got 4 in total. Many are facing second row draws, but he's joining us now. Jonah, appreciate the time.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Chris.
We start with Timely Sovereign. This is a horse that you train yourself. He's a fairly newcomer to Queensland. He came up from New South Wales, and so far so good. He's thereabouts and he's close to a win.
Yeah, I really like him as a horse, and he come up with some impressive mile rates next to his name. Not quite good form, but he was in a lot harder races down there. I thought he might do a nice job up here.
Yeah, does this race set up nicely for him on Saturday night? Inside of the second row, following out probably the likely leader and Rock and Roll Dude, so you're going to be in a good spot, hopefully.
Yeah, fingers crossed everything can go our way and the one can hold up and get us to the lane, and I think we should be hard to beat if that's the scenario.
How did you assess the run last week? He wasn't all that far away. Winner was most impressive, but how did you break down your performance with Timely Sovereign?
Yeah, I wasn't disappointed. They went a fast 2100. I think they went 155, and he is only a mile horse, so the 2100's not really his go, but he still competed well and picked up a nice check.
4 starts here. 3 of those runs have been at Albion Park. He looks like he likes the bigger track compared to Redcliffe.
Yeah, he did, but in saying that, his run here at Redcliffe, he got boxed up on the fence and didn't really get a run and didn't even get to pull the plug, so I wasn't disappointed in that run. I was actually been really impressed with all these runs, and I actually rate him as one of my best horses in the stable at the moment.
Okay, well, it's a good push there for Timely Sovereign. That's race 2, number 8. In the next race, race number 3, another second row draw here, Major General Jujon. You know this horse well. You've had plenty of drives on him previously.
Yeah, he's a nice old horse. He got the win last week, so hopefully Grant's got him feeling good and he's right for Saturday night.
Just looking at it, left of Terra draws gate 1, Almadiba's the inside of the second row. You've got options. Do you look at going to the pegs or are you likely to stay in the moving line?
Ideally, I saw it as sitting 3 fence, but that's going to be completely up to Grant, and he's the boss and he knows exactly what to do, so might also be a thing of weigh it up what happens out there.
Yeah, sure. Just on that last start victory, he looked good. It was a sign of the old Major General Juge on the way he shot through on the inside.
Yeah, it really was. He didn't get a run till late, and he just shot that gap in the last 100 metres or so and really hit the line well.
All right, well, that's Major General Juge on race 3. We go across to race 5. Here's another horse for Grant Dixon that you're driving, and you know this guy as well, Jonah Jones. He's facing a second line draw, 2 off the second row. Again, he hasn't been far away, just needs that little bit of luck going his way, and he'll make his presence felt.
Yeah, he's a nice little horse. He tries his heart out every time I've driven him, and he has quite a good little sprint, so as long as he can be up there with him, I think he's in there with a chance.
And just looking at this front line, it looks like it's going to generate a little bit of pressure. Tactical Response is likely to push forward, so hopefully, we've got a moment there off the front row as well, that's going to generate that pressure and you can be storming home late.
Yeah, fingers crossed that we can just get some luck.
All right, Blissful Day is another runner from your own stable. He lines up in race number 7. We've got an early scratching here of Boom Chuckalacka. And he comes into this race boasting really good form. He's won 2 of his last 3, so he's a fit and happy horse at the moment.
Yeah, he is. He's quite a tough little horse. He come up here quite lowly assessed, but ever since he landed here, he sort of hit the ground running, and he just keeps battling out. He toughs it out in the chair, so hopefully Saturday night we'll be looking to go forward and land handy.
As I said, with that recent winning form, both of those victories have come at Redcliffe, but his record here at Albion Park is quite impressive. 10 starts, 3 wins, 5 minors, so you can't really do much more.
No, he tries his hard out every time he gets out there. Like he's got a couple runs there in his form lately that haven't been impressive, but he's versing a lot harder horses now. But on Saturday night, I think he's up there with them.
Do you roll the gate at the start here? Do you push forward and try and find an early spot going forward?
Yeah, well, that'll definitely be the game plan, but we'll have to weigh up our options when the arms let us go. But ideally, we'd love to get to the chair. The front would be the best, but I think we could get to the chair.
Are the main dangers drawn the second row? Horses like the Fortunate Son, Double or Nothing, do you see it that way? Are they the main horses to beat?
Yeah, I do. I don't mind the 3, I think it is.
Slingshot?
Slingshot, yeah, I think he should lead. Oh, he might let us go. We don't know. We'll have to weigh it up and see how it goes.
Okay. Well, there's 4 good chances there for you on Saturday night. Which one are you looking forward to most?
I really think Timely Sovereign will be my best chance. As long as everything goes our way, he should be right up there.
Excellent stuff. Jonah, really appreciate the time and insight. We'll see you trackside on Saturday night.
Yep, thanks for having me on.
A big thanks to both Lachie Manzelmann and Jonah Hutcheson for their time and thoughts for their drives on Saturday night. Time now to find a winner for the weekend. I think we concentrate on race 4, which is the free-for-all, the open class event, and I'm keen on the chances of number 3, Northview Hustler. I think he's got the speed to clear those 2 to his inside in Chevron's Reward and Lilac Flash. I think he's got to take a power of beating. He goes best when he's in front, and that may just be the situation that we're looking at here this weekend. So race 4, number 3, Northview Hustler, the best bet. Brendan Barnes with the drive on the Hustler this weekend. So I'm going to mark him the good thing. If you are gambling this weekend, please do so responsibly. We'll see you trackside at Albion Park.